There's a fucking asteroid.
No, what's the sparkling
It's still going, it's still going. It just disappeared. It just disappeared.
No, it's still there. Look at
It's still there, it's still there.
It's still there. It's like sparkling. It's all the sparkly stuff right there.
That's amazing.
What is that sparkling stuff?
It just disappeared.
What is that?
What is that?
That's a UFO.
Let's see.
That's a UFO.
Oh,
What is that?
holy shit.
What is that?
Now over here, it's big and it blow apart.
Let's see it.
Oh my
Holy shit.
God.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my God. What is that?
To the land.
Get off people. Get off people. Look at all people jumping out of the hot tub. Look at all of them. Oh my God.
Shalom. I want to give all honors and glories and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakodash, Yahweh, which is the one true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his one true name is Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, meaning coming in the name, Ba means coming in, Ha means the, Shah means name, Rakah means spirit, Kodash means holy. Double honors to the elders and the apostles and bishops at Great Millstone who will well and teach well, because those are the men who I learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect, and shalom to you sincere brothers that are scattered abroad, pushing forth this word in truth and sincerity. And shalom to you sincere sisters that listen in silence, as the scriptures command you to do so. I am the brother Mashiach Harazakah, and pretty much as you've seen in a clip, another UFO sighting was shown in Texas. Okay, that was March 3rd, 2025. So this is recent. Okay, this is within a couple of days ago, and they seen another chariot, presenting itself within the sky. Okay, and a lot of people, some are familiar with these vehicles and some aren't. They call them UFOs. That's what they title them as, because they're not sure what it is. They call them UFOs, but us over here that are awoken into the truth, we know them as UFOs, okay, which are IFOs. Actually, Salakia, we know them as IFOs, which is identified flying objects, okay. But Esau, he called them UFOs, but we know them as IFOs, and we understand that those are literally vehicles of the Lord, that are angels that are driving those vehicles and reporting to and fro to the Lord, coming in and out of the earth, okay, reporting to the Lord what is going on, okay. And when you see these type of sightings here, okay, these are literally chariots of the Lord, okay. Those are chariots, and those are angels that are literally riding those vehicles, okay. And we know them as chariots of the Lord, okay, which they call UFOs. And we got scriptures to back this up. Okay, these so-called UFOs are actually chariots, which are vehicles of the Lord. Okay, so Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. So we're going to prove in this lesson and show you that UFOs are in the scriptures, and those are vehicles of the Lord. Okay, I showed you a video of a clip of the sighting of a UFO, right, which is an IFO, which we know them as chariots of the Lord. Okay, we're going to report and show you in these scriptures that chariots do exist, and those are vehicles of the Lord. Those are not aliens, those are actual angels driving those vehicles. This is Psalms 104:3. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. It says, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters? All right, the chambers. That's talking about a chariot, okay? The chambers is underneath. The chambers underneath a chariot, okay? The chambers. So when it goes into the chambers, okay, it's talking about a chariot, okay? Which they call a UFO, right? Which is the chambers. You see underneath it? Those are the chambers, okay? It's talking about a chariot. It says, who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters? Who maketh the clouds his chariot? You see? Who walketh upon the wings of the wind. So this is talking about a chariot, okay? What you see right here, a chariot, okay? They don't make no noise, no sound. They just go by. You see the chambers underneath, the lightings, the chambers. That's what it's talking about. It's talking about a chariot. Isaiah 26:20. It says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers." There you go. It talks about the chambers. You see it? Enter into thy chambers, right? Giving you the description of a chariot, right? And shut thy doors about thee, hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. And this is giving you a description of a chariot, okay? So chariots are vehicles of the Lord. Known, they call them UFOs, but we know them as IFOs. Those are vehicles of the Lord, and they're called chariots. I got another precept. Isaiah 60:8. It says, "Who are these that fly as a cloud?" Anytime you see a cloud, talks about a white horse, a cloud, right? It's talking about a so-called UFO, right? A flying roll. It's talking about a chariot, which they call a UFO, right? As you can see here. Okay, that's a chariot. And chariots come in different shapes, different sizes, etc. Okay, they're not always going to come looking the same. They're going to be different shapes, different kinds of chariots. Okay, it says, "Who are these that fly as a cloud and as the dove of their windows?" And that's talking about a chariot, fly as a cloud. Okay, it's cloud shaped. Okay, as you can see, you got different shapes of chariots. Okay, some may look like this on the screen here. You got some that may look like this, as you see on the top left corner. It may look like a disc. Okay, you might see it look like how it looks at the bottom right here, in the corner, at the bottom of the left corner, the very bottom. You see that little sunlight blue, green color, purple color. It looks like that. So you got chariots. They come in different shapes and different sizes. Okay, you might see a gang of them in the sky. Okay, these are all chariots of the vehicle, chief chariots of the Lord. Okay, vehicles of the Lord. Okay, that's what a chariot is. Another precept, Zechariah 5:1. It says, "Then I turned and I lifted up my eyes and look, behold, a flying roll." And what is that flying roll? A chariot. You see it? Salakia. That's that flying roll. A chariot. You see that? That's that flying roll. And they come in different shapes and different sizes. Okay? That's that flying roll, a chariot. It says, "Then I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll," which is giving you a description of a chariot, okay? Which is they call a so-called UFO, which we know them as a IFO, identified flying object. We know what these are. To other people, it's amazing them because they're not sure of what they see and they don't know what it is. Some people don't know what they are at all, and they start just bugging out. Okay, this is Acts 1:9. Now, this is when the Lord Yahushua, he was beamed up on a chariot, right? When you read verse 9 and read all the way to 11, it talks about how the angels came and got Yahushua. Okay? It talks about how he was beamed up. This is Acts 1:9. The Messiah was beamed up on a chariot, right? On a so-called UFO, which is a chariot, and he's going to come back on a chariot, right? The scriptures mention that when you read to verse 11. The same way you see him go, he's going to return, roughly paraphrasing. Acts 1:9, it says, "And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up." Taken up where? Taken up into a chariot, beamed up, right? And he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. The Messiah was beamed up, man. A chariot came and got him. He was beamed up. 1 Thessalonians 4:17, "Then we which are alive and remain," and this is going into the future prophecy. This is a future prophecy of the elect being beamed up, being delivered. Okay? This is a future prophecy. 1 Thessalonians 4:17, "Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds," the chariots. Okay, those so-called UFOs. Angels, the Lord Yahushua and the angels are going to return on chariots. Lots of chariots. So many chariots. And the elect is going to be beamed up on those chariots. They're going to be delivered, right? To meet the Lord in the air. This is the elect, right? "And so shall we ever be with the Lord." This is talking about the elect. They're going to be beamed up on those chariots. They're going to receive that salvation, right? That deliverance. That's what we're seeking for, right? Revelation 11:12, it says, "And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, Come up hither," right? "And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud," right? A chariot. They were beamed up, and their enemies beheld them. And this is a future prophecy as well. The elect is going to be beamed up. You see that? They're going to be delivered, right? The Lord says he's going to do that gathering, right? The scriptures say in Revelations 9:27, a remnant shall be saved. So the elect of the nation of Israel, they're going to be beamed up, right? The scriptures say in 1 Thessalonians, what's that, 15 and 50, starting from 50 down to 54, where it talks about the elect being changed of a twinkling of an eye. They're going to go from corruptible to incorruptible. They're going to be beamed up on a chariot, okay? They're going to be delivered on these vehicles, right? The elect is going to be saved, deliverance from the thermonuclear destruction that's going to happen, right, to America, because this whore is going to be judged with thermonuclear fire, but you're going to have the elect that's going to be delivered. They're going to be beamed up on those chariots, okay? This is 2 Esdras 13 and 6. It says, but I beheld, and lo, he had groved himself a great mountain and flew upon it. How can he fly upon a great mountain? With a chariot. That's how they flew upon that mountain. A chariot, man. Right? It says himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. Right? He did that with a chariot, man. So chariots, which are they call UFOs, are mentioned in the Bible. Okay, Isaiah 6 and 15. It says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots. Because the Lord's going to shoot fire from those chariots. Yeah, you're going to have the thermonuclear destruction, but you're also going to have the Lord Yahweh Shai, right? And the angels coming back like a sharp sickle, mentioned in Revelations 14 and 14 on down, right? They're going to tear stuff up too on them chariots, man. Okay? Them chariots, there's going to be fire shooting from them chariots, right? To render his anger with fury. You see that? The Lord's going to render his anger with fury in them chariots, right? It says, and his rebuke with flames of fire. You see that? So fire is going to shoot from them chariots, man. You're going to have the thermonuclear destruction. And you also going to have Yahweh Shai and the angels tearing stuff up on them chariots, right? Because the Lord is going to come back. He's going to return on a chariot. He's not coming back as a man. Scriptures mention that. I believe it's Matthew 10 and 34. Right? He said, think not that I have come to send peace. I come not to send peace, but a sword. Right? And there's another scripture that says, I'm not come back as a man. I think it's Matthew 10. It says, I'm not come back as a man. I will not meet thee as a man. Right? So the Lord, he did that already during the Roman Empire. When he make the second coming, he's going to return on a chariot. Right? And he's going to judge this place called America. Okay? So chariots are in the scriptures. Okay? Those vehicles that you see are chariots. Okay, this right here that you see is a chariot. Okay, they come in different shapes, different forms, man. So wait, man, I just wanted to do this video. It hit my spirit when I saw this. But yeah, man, chariots, those so-called UFOs are chariots of the Lord, and chariots are mentioned in the Bible. UFOs, as they call them, are written in the scriptures. So hey, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. On to the next one. Shalom.